Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia and today we're going to be checking in for week 1 of October. I already have all of my expenses written out and I have my unspent and bill dues, but it looks like there was actually no bills that came out this week yet. Most likely a bunch of them are going to come out in this first or second week of October. I do have to lay down the stickers with you guys. First, let me actually start with, this is an Erin Condren monthly planner. This is in the 7x9 size. And I do have most of my spreads set up with you guys. I have the monthly, then the savings tracker, the dashboard, variable income, October budget. I will be doing my weekly check-in with you guys on this page, our weekly balance to balance out our checking account, and then our sinking funds transaction log. The last spread that I'll have to do is just my debt payment with you guys. And also just to briefly talk about us, we are a family of 5. It's me, my husband, our 1-year-old baby. We have 2 puppers, and then I am currently pregnant with our second baby. We are cashless budgeters. We don't use cash at all. We try to always use credit cards. And this is how I budget with our system. And I'll also talk about our checking accounts and our numbers. I always update the numbers with you guys every single week, so we will do that together today as well. But let's actually just go ahead and start with the apps. I did promise you guys that I would talk to you guys about some of the apps that I found. I talked to you guys about the real budget before. You get to add different eating out. You get to add different little apps on here. I think I have to play with it a little bit more because there's some certain features that I don't quite understand. To be honest, I only played with this maybe a handful of times and it was always very brief, but this was another one that I thought was pretty convenient for electronic cash envelopes. It doesn't hook up to any bank either. I don't really know. I might have to play with it a little bit longer, but I do know that is free. The reason why I've been looking for other apps is because the one that I always use for years, the multi-budget, this is my favorite app ever because I only track the 5 categories from our monthly budget together, these 5, and it's conveniently maximum 6 and I only need 5. But this one is no longer available in the US. Whenever I try to open it in the app store, it says it's not available in the country or region. I still check from time to time so I can update you guys. But another app that I found is called Tracky. This one's pretty cute too. I think this one's newer. It says that you have to pay $5 for like unlimited expenses and stuff. I have not paid the $5 yet because I don't know if I will use this. But I did just want to show you guys another option. This one I think is cute because you get to add the different envelopes. I also do like that there's like a bar too, so it's like a visual. You guys know I love visual things. My brain just processes things a lot easier when I'm able to see things in different views. But I have to play with this more as well. But I just wanted to just show you guys a couple of other options because I know the one that I always use is just still not available in the App Store for the US. I can't help it. I still want to use it. I am going to continue trying to play with the other ones because I do feel bad using an app that's not available for you guys as well. For right now, let's stick to the main one that I always use for all of my budgets, which is the daily budget. This is definitely the one that I show you guys on camera the most. This is the one that I always do my budgets with you guys the most. The multi-budget is more of a visual for myself. It's like a countdown so I know how much money is left. But the daily budget is the one that I actually go through with you guys. If you guys have watched like previous budget with me's. And let's actually just go through this one real quick. So I do have different categories for all of these. I have like eating out is a fork and knife. Groceries is a little grocery cart. Gas is a little gas pump and different things like that. You can customize the different options in here too, which I like. And I do have a video linked below about the apps I like to use, but this is just what I like to do. So this is how I track everything because I always have my phone with me and I don't really have pen and paper and I don't have physical cash or cash envelopes. So whenever we make transactions, I like to just put it in here. It's easy for me to check in at the end of the week. So whenever my husband spends something or I spend something, he'll tell me what it is, or I'll automatically put it in. Like, I don't know, we spent from our allowance and spent like 16 bucks, and then blah blah blah, and then save, it will automatically deduct, and then I'll also see it in the history. But let me just delete this. Delete. Okay, so that is kind of what this essentially looks like, but let me go ahead and just start from here. And I know that was a really like quick overview, but if you guys have any questions, let me know and I can talk about it more in like the next video or something. But now to talk about these, let's just do our expenses. So there's three categories we spent money from. There's definitely a lot of fork and knife, so a lot of eating out. But let's start with the second. So on the second, we had one Starbucks, which is a fork and knife. You guys will probably see this house icon too, but I use that to symbolize sinking funds. But this is kind of where I'm pulling things from, if you guys were curious. But I am going to go ahead and just put that to the side for now. So on the second, we did spend a refill Monday for, what is it called, for Starbucks for $10. And I've been obsessed with drinking caramel apple spices from Starbucks. I used to make them at home with just like apple cider, caramel, you know, the good stuff, but I don't know, I can't tell you. I've been drinking one every single day this whole week so far. Okay, maybe not every day, but almost every single day so far this week. But that was the one expense on the second. And if this ends up being overwhelmed with eating out stuff with this bright color, I'm curious to see what that will look like, because we did this together and I was like, should I do eating out as like such a high volume one as such a bright color? But let's see, we're gonna find out. So nothing was spent on the third. On the fourth, we ended up getting gas. Gas is this pink color. And my key is over here, so all of the bright colors is eating out. The dark blue symbolizes groceries. This pink color symbolizes gas. We have allowance, pup speed, and so on. I like to switch out these colors every single month because it's just very fun for me. But we had $27 that was spent on the 4th. And that was it for the 4th. We had a couple of sinking funds for this week, but we'll talk about those next. On the 6th, we had a couple of expenses as well. The first one is Chipotle. I really love Chipotle this pregnancy. Something about it just really hits the spot. It's so nice that it's also like 10 bucks for just like a gigantic bowl. If Chipotle was open right now, I would want Chipotle right now, but it's not, so maybe tomorrow. So Wegmans, we also had some groceries this day. I couldn't even tell you what we got. I think it was just like a refresher on some things. Oh, that's right. My husband also got me 2 containers of the Ben & Jerry's chocolate fudge brownies, because I've been obsessed with eating that ice cream as well. I've already finished like 2 containers so far. It's not the healthiest, but it's just what this baby has been wanting. And then the next thing after that is McDonald's. I also really wanted some really crispy, fresh chicken nuggets. So we kind of took the luck of the draw, and they actually were pretty crispy and really good this day. So we got McDonald's for $11 as well. Then on the 7th is our last set of transactions. These 2 are done. So the last ones is we refreshed. I keep saying refreshed. That's not the right terminology. We reloaded on Starbucks for another $10 as well that day. And then for Chick-fil-A, we also spent $17 on some Chick-fil-A. My husband had to run some errands in the morning and drop off orders, and it just was convenient to just come home with just some Chick-fil-A so we can all eat real quick, because we also needed to go out as well. And then the last thing we got from here is we tried this new place called Nada and got some, what are they called? Churros. We got some churros from here, and they weren't the best. Ever since we got churros before from Disney World a few years ago, our first time going to Disney. Oh, so much fun. I've been dying to go to Disney again, hopefully one day with our babies. The churros there are so good, and nothing is the same over here. So I don't know if it's just the taste buds of just like being on vacation, everything tastes better, but I just can't find anything similar over here, and it just so sad, so sad. But so that is all the transactions for the first week. And then this day my husband also treated me out, which is he took me out shopping, because if you guys watched a previous video, you guys might know I've been struggling with a little bit of self-care, self-love after our first baby, because like I went through something, but I am definitely having a lot of fun in that department, like taking care of myself, like actually like doing things and buying things I like, and I'm actually buying clothes for myself now, so I'm no longer wearing my husband's clothes. It's been nice. So he took me on a little shopping spree for Sephora. And yes, Sephora is definitely very bougie. It's okay though. Let me show you guys the things that I picked up from there. I didn't pick up a lot. But one of the things was this little trio. I suck at pronouncing this. I'm not even gonna try pronouncing it, but I know you guys probably know what this is. The famous Bum Bum cream. I wanted to try the shower gel, so I just picked this up to try these two. We have the Bum Bum cream. Surprisingly, my husband loves it and uses it more than I do, but I really thought that this little pouch was super cute too, so we picked this up, and it just comes with like the tiniest little things. It's like adorable. It's so stinking cute. And this little travel size little mister. And I love these like packaging containers. Like I don't know, maybe that's why, like I don't know, I just thought this kit was so cute, and I wanted to try it. It's like one of those holiday gift sets. There's so many holiday gift sets out now at Sephora as well. And then some of the other things that I picked up was, I picked up this little duo for the Tatcha water cream and the deep cleanse. I've tried the Tatcha water cream a few times now. My go-to is the Belief True Cream Balm, but I really want to try the deep cleanse too, so I kind of just wanted to use this up again because I like the cream a lot, but I really want to try the cleanser because I hear a lot of good things about it. I also got this Say little Star Glow little highlighter gel. It's actually so cute. I got the travel, everything I got a mini because like I didn't want to waste it if I didn't use it, but it's like so pretty. Like just, you guys saw how little that was, and it's already like stunning. I don't really wear a lot of makeup, honestly. To be honest, like the most I wear is usually just my eyebrows, some lippy, and then blush. Sometimes I wear concealer, but I used to be a super makeup girly, but over the years I'm just lazy now, so I don't anymore. But another thing that I picked up was the Summer Fridays, what is this called, the Pink Sugar little lip butter balm. I've been hearing so much about this too. I actually already tried this, so I'm trying to like swatch for you guys without wasting too much product. But this was the Pink Sugar one, and it's actually such a cute little lip gloss or lip butter. I don't really know what this is. I don't really know too much about this stuff. I just kind of went down the rabbit trail with YouTube videos for this popular stuff, and I kind of just got hooked. But that is what that one was. And then this Milk Makeup little concealer. I wanted to try this because like my concealers are so old and crusty, so I wanted to try a new one. The one I always used was from the drugstore, the Maybelline one. I also like the ColourPop one too, but I just wanted to try something different, and I was just being bougie, so I wanted to try something fancy. But there's that one. Next, we got another lippy. I've been getting a lot of lippies because all I normally used was a lip liner. I have this old Clinique Black Honey little gloss I got like, or not, and that's not a gloss, but I got that like years ago, but it's still going, so I'm still using it. I'm definitely one to use expired makeup. As long as it doesn't do anything to my face, I still use it because it's still good. But I use that sometimes on occasion, but Aquaphor chapstick is what I usually use all the time. Look at that wand. I have not swatched this yet or opened this yet, but this is the Tower 28 Milky Lip Jelly in Pistachio. And like, I'm so excited for this. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I can't wait to try this on my lips. I love this little wand too. It's so cute and like precise. Like, I kind of just want to like paint with it. But that is the second to last item. And then just the last one that I got was just this Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, because I get oily sometimes, especially because I always load up on sunscreen on my face. Sometimes I just want to blot it out and then powder it out to hopefully hold down the oils. And I used to just like use blotting sheets, but I wanted to try a setting powder to see if that makes a difference. And this is from Laura Mercier, and I heard that this is really good. So I got the mini, and so we'll find out. But that is all I got from Sephora. So my husband's so stinking cute for taking me out. So thank you. He doesn't watch my videos, but if he ever does, or hears it in the background when I'm editing or something. But let's lay down these none-spent stickers. These none-spent I like to lay down on days that we did not spend any money. So it's kind of like a little reward sticker for me to look at to see nothing was spent. So we have 3 for this week. Next, we're going to have to check in for the week. We have to lay down our stickers for the weekly check-in because I have not laid that down yet. So we're going to do that real quick together. Okay, so we have the weekly check-in sheet. This is the one that I'll be using. And this is just for those monthly budget categories that we just checked in for. Those are the ones I like to track in here since I use them every single day. I like to just try to stay on top of it to make sure we don't go over budget, because I have a tendency of doing that very often. Oh, you guys weren't even in view for a second there. And then we'll do the weekly check-in. That's a little high up, but I'm not going to edit it right now or fix it right now. I usually do. I'm like so weird with that, but maybe not right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay down for 4 weeks since I always check in for 4 weeks. It just works out because sometimes the weeks are way too short and I have 5 categories to check in for anyway, so it just really just works out doing it this way. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last week is week 4. I'm trying to hurry up here because my husband wants to play Call of Duty. He hasn't played in months, so he's trying to play right now with some of his friends, and he wants to talk on the mic, so I'm trying to speed this up for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's now down, and I realized I was gonna do the lines, but I didn't lay down my little flaggies yet. Let's see. And I also have an extra washi on here. I'm gonna try to find somewhere to put that. I think I usually put it for the savings tracker. No. Well, since we're here, I might as well just put it for the variable income, because the rest of this I'm not going to be using since I don't use a 5th week. And then I'll just lay this down here. Okay. Okay, so I put the lines down, so now we're looking good. We have the category for the weeks, and we have a rollover, spent remaining. I don't normally roll over, but this is here for those who do like paychecks, or they just roll over from month to month, or bi-weekly, or however. But I normally don't roll over. I think I tried to do it 1 week, but it was such a fail, so I just never tried again. But we are checking in for week 1 to 7, 8 to 14. Then we'll do 15 to the 21st. And then 22nd to the 31st. This is going to be a longer week. but that works. Now for our categories. So for this weekly check-in spread, we will be checking in for these 5 categories. I'm going to go ahead and write all 5 of them down. Alrighty, so all the categories are written down. Now to do the check-in. You guys know I like to do like the ones that are minimum to more. I feel like I have not been able to talk correctly in these last couple of videos, so I do apologize if it's bothering anybody. So allowance and pups and bean, neither of these, nothing came out, so I'm just gonna put dashes in there. Gas, we have 1 that was $27 that was spent, so gas is 27. And then groceries, we had 1 as well. Groceries is this blue one. Groceries was $33. Last but not least, we have eating out. So for eating out, we do have quite a bit. So let's just do the one on this side. That means that one is now done. Nothing else on this side. But on the right side, we still have plus $11 for McDonald's, plus $10, plus $9, plus $17, plus $10. So that is $67 that was spent from our eating out category for the first week. I also always round up the numbers in here, so that's why you guys always see whole numbers. I really just like whole numbers. If you guys have watched my budget with me, you guys know whole numbers is just my thing. I love whole numbers. It's easy to remember and easy to work with. So what ends up happening with the extra cents is they just kind of sit there. Every now and then I do like balance out our one account, and whenever it is that I do that, I'll let you guys know and do it with you guys on camera. But sometimes there's just a bit of money from all the change that collects and adds up, and then I just put it in savings, or we treat ourselves, or we do something with it. But this is what this looks like so far. So now to calculate it out, we'll do the easier ones first. Allowance and pups and bean. We started with $75 for both of those categories. Since nothing was spent, we still have $75 for both of those categories. For gas, we spent $27. We did start with $150. So that means $150 minus 27 equals $123 left over for the gas category. Then for groceries, I just wanted to put dashes there real quick, but then for groceries, we spent $33. We started the month with $400 for our budget for groceries, so that minus 33, 400 minus 33 equals $367 remaining. And then last but not least, we have eating out. For eating out, we started with $300, that minus the 67, minus 67 equals $233 left over. Alright, so now this first part is done. So we're going to go ahead and flip over to our weekly balance so we can balance out our checking account. Where we left off, this is what it looked like. Our short-term savings, this number has changed. So I do want to give you guys that updated number. These stickers are just leftover stickers. They're really old. I like to save them just to use them for these occasions. For this account, for our short-term savings, is now $2,575.01. And the reason why is because I got my first paycheck for the month of October. And that is right here, the first paycheck for the month of October. And I did transfer my normal amount that you guys are probably used to seeing in older months is still $1,500. The reason why I transferred that is because that extra $250 is probably going to be going towards paying down our debt, and that will be part of our debt payment video. But that is now the new amount in here. Any of the paychecks that we get for the month of October, we do just put it in our short-term savings, so we have the full budgeted amount ready to go for the following month. So at the end of the month, after we get all 4 paychecks, we'll have $5,000 to start the month with for November. but that is what this looks like. Now for this account, no bills came out, so this actually looks exactly the same. So let's actually just go ahead and calculate this. We're going to calculate everything real quick and then we'll be right back. Oh, and I actually forgot to mention these checking account, savings account. This is how I like to show you guys visually my account balances without showing you guys my actual account information on my phone in the app or whatever it may be. I will have videos linked below talking about these, how I set them up to begin with, how they all work together, how they all function being cashless budgeters, but those videos will be linked below and they go into depth for them. But let's go ahead and finish up this check-in video because I feel like this has been getting really long. So now for sinking funds, we did have some sinking funds that came through. On the 2nd, we ended up going to hang out with our friends. It's been long overdue. We finally got to go hang out with them, and then we spent some money from gifts and treating to treat everybody to some ice cream from Carmen's, and that was $28. For medical, on the 5th, my husband finally got his flu shot, and that was $42. His insurance is really not the best. So whenever he gets his flu shot, he always has to like submit claims and stuff and like wait for it to process before he gets the money back. But I wanted to just subtract it because I don't want to have to worry about being $42 short waiting for the money to come back, because they also mail him the check too. It's just, but for me and our daughter, we already got our flu shot for the season. But that is the 2 sinking funds that came through. So let's talk about that. Let's actually just do that one first. So for sinking funds, we had 2 transactions came out, $28, 28 plus 42. So that is a total of $70 from sinking funds. And I like to check these off because visually as the weeks go by, if there's multiple, it's just easier on my eyes to just calculate what doesn't have the check. As you guys see the weekly check-ins go on, you guys will see why I like this so much. That was $70, so we're gonna go ahead and put that in our little spread here. So that was $70 that was spent from sinking funds. Bills, no bills came out, so we're gonna put a dash here for now. Daily, which is these 5 categories broken down, we did spend quite a bit. So 67 plus 33 plus 27, that equals $127. That was spent from our daily. And just to talk about this real quick, these are the categories that we have. Daily is broken down to these categories. Bills is broken down to all of these variable and fixed bills. And then our sinking funds is also broken down to all of these subcategories. This is just what works for us. You definitely don't have to do such in-depth breaking down, but I just like to be able to customize and have funds go to specific things. And all of these funds are housed in one checking account as well, which is this one. So if you guys watched my balance video for the month, you guys will see that we started with $7,100. So now that we spent some funds, let's go ahead and balance this out. $1,000 minus the $127 that we spent, we still have $873 for the month. Bills, nothing was spent, so that means we still have $3,175 for bills. For sinking funds, $2,925 minus 70, that means we still have a remainder of $2,855 for sinking funds. So that is all that's remaining for those categories. So let's go ahead and add them up real quick. Sinking funds, and then 3,175 plus the 873. That means in here we should have $6,903 left over, and that's what we'll have left over after we do some transfers. Because we are cashless budgeters, all the money that we spent, the $127, the $70, like so, all of this for the gifts and treating, for medical, and all of our daily stuff that we spent for all of our eating out stuff, gas, Wegmans, everything we paid with a credit card because we love the rewards. We're strictly credit card users. It's just easy. We just don't use cash. But because of that, we owe our credit card now because we have to make a credit card payment, of course, because we still physically have the money in our account and we have to pay the credit card. So we're going to go ahead and transfer the $127 plus the $70. That's a total of $197 that we're going to transfer over from our second checking account. We're transferring the $197 over to her primary checking account because this is the account that we use to make all of our payments. So right now it's the weekend, so after I make this payment, it's going to take a couple days to take out of our account, and that's perfectly fine because all the money in here, we just wait anyway because we know it's going somewhere, because we also just paid one of our student loans in the weekly balance video, so that money is still in here as well. But again, whatever money falls into here, we just assume that's going to be going to go pay something. But that means that we now have a new fund or a new total in here. So after we transferred that amount, our new amount balance in our second checking account is now $6,903 because we transferred $197. So for example, if we transferred it back over, we would have ended up with what we started with. So that's why this is now the new balance, because we transferred that money out so we can pay our credit card, and that is the new balance for this account. So these two accounts are now completely balanced out, and that actually is going to be it for this video because everything is now balanced. We love numbers balancing out because I'm prone to making mistakes, so this is great. I love this. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much as always for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye.